On April 26th, it was World Pilot Day. Did you know that? I didn't, actually.
I did not until
Okay.
you brought it up.
Well, we have a female pilot with us today to talk about World Pilot Day and how women are getting into industries that traditionally has been very male dominated one, especially the aviation industry. Well, like you said, we've all flown on planes, but how often do we picture who's in the cockpit? Well, today we have First Officer Nur Farah Najihah Rosmi from AirAsia. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Do we address you as Farah?
It's Farah, yeah.
Farah, okay. Welcome to our podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us here
Thank
today.
you. It's my first time.
Wonderful. And you are a commercial pilot from AirAsia.
Yes, I'm a first officer for AirAsia.
Wonderful. Are you the... Well, let's get into it then. Are you the first... no, you can't be the first female pilot
No,
in AirAsia
no.
because you look relatively young.
Yeah,
Maybe ask how
definitely
old
not
you
the
are.
first. Yeah,
Maybe ask how old you are.
I'm 26 this year.
You are also a singer.
Yeah, I am.
How did you go from wanting to be a singer to become a pilot?
I've been starting my singing since I was 10. My mom actually pushed me to be a singer, and I ended up winning some competitions. So that's how I started. I've been performing for events, weddings, and in the year 2022, I started to release my own single on YouTube called Ceritaku.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but I feel like I can offer more with my knowledge and ability. So that's how I feel like I want to start. I want to join a flying school and start to be a pilot. Yeah, so that's how it all started.
What was your background? Like, what do you study in university?
Actually, I've joined flying school after graduating from my high school. The requirement is actually SPM only. So I joined directly after my SPM. And after that, during the ground school, you have to take like 14 papers. And for me, it was quite tough because we have to complete everything in 1 year. So after finishing all those 14 papers, it's where the fun part lah, the flying part. The flying part is where that time I fly in Langkawi, also some parts in Alusta, Perak and Penang as well. And after obtain like 200 hours, that's where I get my commercial pilot license.
I see. So, Farah, you were born and bred in Langkawi.
Yes,
I see.
24 years there.
Well, from one island girl to another, I can say it's nice actually. Born and bred on an island,
It
you
is.
feel like you're on holiday most of the time.
It's so peaceful there.
Exactly. Can you take us back to the moment where you decided you wanted to become a pilot?
Growing up as a girl, I've never imagined myself as a pilot, actually. But I've been traveling a lot, and that time I've never seen a female pilot before. So with my background in my high school, where most of my friends, they were choosing careers like medicine, accounting and engineering, I feel like I want to do something different. So that's why I decided, since I've never seen any female pilot before, why not be one? So I take the challenge and start joining the flying school in Langkawi.
Right. Okay.
You mentioned that you earlier just now you mentioned that your mom actually was keen on you becoming a singer. So how
Okay.
did she take it when you decided to enroll into a flying school? What was her reaction?
She's actually encouraging me to
Oh,
be
good.
a pilot because for me, singing is my passion, it's a hobby, but flying is a different thing. So since we've been traveling a lot, she's actually encouraging me more to be a pilot.
Okay.
What were the 14 papers you had to take in flying school?
One of it is meteorology. It's a studies about weather,
Right.
principle of flight, airframes, air laws. Also, some general navigations.
Sounds like a lot of math.
So, yeah, communications, a
Were
lot of
you,
math and science.
Were you a science or art student in school?
I'm a science student in school.
Okay. I suppose that was a good thing.
Yeah.
What was the training like? I mean, like, how long did it take? Like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years?
It roughly around 18 months to 24 months, also depending on the student performance and weather conditions. But during my time, I was the COVID victim, so it took me like 3 years to finish everything.
Flying school.
The flying school, yeah.
Well, did you face any mental challenges when you embarked on this journey?
Well, I can't deny I doubted myself a lot in the beginning. I mean, up until today, even when I joined airlines, I still have the negative thoughts that keep on asking me, how am I going to do this? But I know one thing. I know that nothing comes easy.
Sure.
So I just took one step at a time, and I pushed myself harder because this is something I want to do. And being a pilot, I know it's not easy. And one thing is, I know that I have a great support system from my family. They always been believing in me since day one, even when there are times that I don't even believe in myself. But for my family, they never once doubted my ability to be a pilot.
That's good. Tell us about your family and upbringing. Or do you have sisters or brothers?
Yeah, I do have a brother in aviation as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That backup and moral
it's
support.
inspirations for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
That's good.
So that's how I also feel inspired to join this field because of him also.
So there's only two of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I do want to
Parents
ask.
must be proud.
Yeah, they should be. I mean, I
Yeah.
know I would be. I do have one question. Like, you did tell me that you've done this for about a year now.
Okay.
Okay. What's the farthest? I mean, where are the farthest that you've flown to?
The farthest that I've flown to, recently I went to Perth. You know, funny thing is, me and family, the Perth is like our second home. And going there, we always celebrated Raya there. So last month when I went there, I actually went there as a pilot. Last time as a small girl, and now as a pilot, it's a different feeling. I feel like it's a achievement for me.
You're the
Yeah,
one steering the plane.
definitely.
Yeah, because I was the one who flying the plane. Before that, I was just a normal passengers. But that time, I feel so proud of myself.
Well, we are proud of you as well.
Thank you.
Wonderful. That's good for you. Let's talk about breaking barriers in what we know as a male-dominated
Yes.
industry, and that's aviation. What were some of the challenges that you personally faced as a woman in this field?
From what I see, since I've been joining for a year, this field might be male dominated, but it is very welcoming for women to be part of it. The challenge that I face are merely the same as men, as the training requires skills, knowledge, not gender. But if you ask me on the personal level, I would say my challenge is just to prove that I deserve to be there, because as you can see, I'm quite petite here. So I could understand that there might be some people who have doubts when they see me, like, can this girl really fly?
Can this
And-
tiny person fly a
Yes.
jet?
Yeah, but that's why I feel like it's I need to put an extra work just to prove that I deserve to be where I am today.
So I'm very curious. As petite, tiny people, when you sit in the cockpit,
Yeah.
right? How much muscle do you need to fly that plane?
Don't worry, the seat is adjustable actually. So it's like a car. You can adjust
Yeah.
everything. So it's no problem for me at all.
My car seat is jacked up to the maximum already.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you get into the cockpit,
Mm.
tell us in layman terms when you're about to fly
Okay.
today. Let's say your flight is to Perth.
Okay.
What are the procedures when you get yourself in the cockpit?
When I get myself to the cockpits, normal thing, we check for the everything is in the safe conditions. Basically, we check if the circuit breakers are all in, check the certificates, check the first aid kit. So, and then we also have some checklists we need to do.
Right.
And then I will check on the weather. I will insert all the routing inside. Yeah, that's basically how going into the cockpit lah.
I see. How many flying hours do you need to complete, let's say, in a month? Or is that how they gauge you?
For now, roughly we get like 60 hours for
60.
60,
Okay.
yeah.
I bet it must be exhausting because I mean I know driving is exhausting, but I don't know if flying is the same as driving. It feels like comparing dragon to a lizard, but still, is it exhausting? You know, I feel like it would be exhausting.
I have to be honest, it is so exhausting at the end of the day because flying is it's not just sitting, it's all about monitoring, it's about judgment, and whatever whatever we do, it involves knowledge and thinking. So it gets pretty tiring at the end of the day, especially during bad weather conditions.
And the fact that over 100 people are in your hands, their lives are in your hands.
It's a huge responsibility for us.
Right, and that's a a regular plane, right? If you're
Yeah.
flying a jumbo jet, that's
That's a
300
different
over
story.
people. Yeah, different story.
Yeah.
What kind of plane do you fly now, Farah?
For now, I'm flying Airbus A320 and A321.
Okay, and have you encountered any moments where you felt you had to really prove yourself?
Yeah, when you ask about this, I remember on my second day of my flying school, there was this specific one person told me that that I won't make it, that I will fail.
Really?
So that word still lingers in my mind because being 18 and younger at the time, it definitely hurts me. I mean, up to this day, I still feel it. But if you want to do something, there will be a lot of people who will deny your dreams.
Who will tell you you can't do
Will
it.
tell you can't do it. But it's very important to take those negative words, and for me, I change it, make it as a fire within me, just to push myself beyond and even more. So yeah, I mean, like, thanks to her, I'm here today because of those words. It's very important to turn all those negativity into some motivations and encouragements.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are there any misconceptions people have? I'm not sure if you've covered this before.
Okay.
But are there any misconceptions about you as a woman being a pilot? Are there any people perceive you differently? People look at you differently? Any wrong ideas they may have about you just because you're a woman?
I mean, just like how some people have some stereotypes against women when it comes to driving. Same goes for aviation. It's the same for aviation. But like I said, flying is all about skills. It's all about knowledge. If you are good at that, there won't be any problem. But
Right.
I believe this mindset is just held by a small minority because people are more aware of female pilots now. Instead of feeling those negative things, I'm sure they are more in awe and amazed when they see women, female pilots at the airport.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's different when we're driving, Farid. No one is giving you the side eye up in the air
Yeah.
for, driving wrongly or driving badly.
Yeah.
And you don't have to announce to the people in the back when you're having a bad weather. Like you can see it in the windows, right? So, what does a typical day look like for you in the cockpit? Like, say you're flying. I don't know how many hours. And what does it look like typically?
For me, I always make sure that I am well rested and have a proper meals before going for a flight. And having enough energy is very important to make sure that I make a proper judgment and decisions during flying. And when I come for a briefing, me and my captain, we make sure that we are in the same loop. We make sure that we are aware of the weather conditions, the technical reports regarding the aircraft and also the airport information. We basically make sure that we both have the same information, we both have the same knowledge. And after that, we'll receive the flight documents called flight plan. This is where all the informations regarding the destinations, the routings, and when we discuss all that, we will come up with a decision on how much fuel we will carry on that day. And during flying, one will be flying and one will be communicating with the air traffic controllers.
So you and your captain.
Me and my captain, depending, we'll decide who will be flying and who will be the pilot monitoring.
Right.
So during flying, we'll also monitor for the weather, monitor just making sure that everything is operating safely, and it could get very hectic at the end of the day because flying requires constant attention and monitoring.
And alertness, yeah.
Alertness, yeah.
Can you take a nap? Let's say if you're flying further. Okay. You mentioned earlier that the farthest you've flown a plane was to Perth, and that's 4.5, 5 hours.
That was like 5.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you taken a nap?
For me personally, I've never taken a nap.
Can you take a nap?
For us, we don't practice
Okay.
that. I'm sure for white body they do, but we take some turns to
Right.
rest. For sure, we need the rest also. Yeah.
So
we
when
still
you rest,
can have a casual conversation. We
Okay.
still can eat.
so eating and casual conversations are considered the restfulness during the
yeah,
flight.
that is the rest for us.
Okay.
Has there been
Interesting.
any like unforgettable moment when you were flying? I don't know. For me, flying is a scary thing. I'm afraid of height, and being trapped in a flying metal container is very scary for me. But what's it like for you? Like, has there been any unforgettable moment for you as a pilot?
For me, I am enjoying every single day because I waited for 3 years, and I really appreciate these moments when I finally get this job. But if you ask me what is the most memorable moments for me, I would say on the day I received these 2 stripes. When I waited for 3 years, and when I joined, I need to go through intense training, I would say. And when I finally got this epaulet, I feel like, wow, I'm officially a pilot. And I've been waiting for 3 years, and I feel like that time there's a reason for every delay, every doubts, and I feel like dreams do come true.
Do you sing in the plane?
Oh,
Because I understand sometimes, pilots, they have a good sense of humor. So have you sung to your passengers?
I've never done that, but maybe I should in the
Yes.
future.
Maybe when we land, you can. Okay, here's a song from me.
Yeah.
maybe that's a good idea, but
Just
I've
to
never
celebrate
done
the
that.
safe landing.
I've never done that, but maybe I should.
What's the first location that you've flown to, and what was it? How did it feel like when the first time that you ever flown
And landed
Yeah.
safely. Your
The-
inaugural flight.
Inaugural flight, it was a training flight actually. It was in Terengganu, and I was back for flying for after 3 years, and the feeling I can't deny. I was scared at first because before this I was flying a small planes. Now it's a bigger, so much bigger, and I feel scared, I feel amazed, I feel proud. It's a lot of feelings at the same time, but it was definitely one of the moments that I won't forget during my first takeoff and landing.
So, Farah, tell us about this career as a pilot. Is it as glamorous as people imagine? What are the positive and negative points of being a pilot? Let's start with the positive.
I know that being a pilot could get glamorous for some people. It's like we are celebrities at
the airport? You are.
Yeah. Every time you walk, everyone will be looking, but not everyone knows that the training are very intense. We constantly go through assessment, evaluations every year, every 6 months. We have to go through something, and it's quite. It could get tiring because we need to study constantly, but the rewards are definitely worth it, worth all the hard work we went through. As everyone know, the salary is, I would assume it's quite high for us. And also the travel perks, we can travel everywhere with discounted price, and that's are the real rewards of being a pilot.
When you started off as being a pilot, did you read up a lot about just aircrafts in general, aircraft engineering? Did you have to educate yourself about that before you even set foot in flying school?
I mean, it's good to know. It's good to have a brief idea of what you're getting yourself into, because flying, it's all about learning. It never stops, even up until you are at the age of 65. We never stop learning, and every year, every 6 months, we still needs to read all the manuals. So for me, it's not wrong
Yeah.
to have a brief idea of flying before joining.
Do pilots have to go through CPD, like doctors, for example, continuous professional development, where you go through your training and then you accumulate points to sustain your licensure? Do you have to go through that?
We go through that every year. Actually, we do have simulators,
I see.
and it's simulators where we practice for emergencies. Basically, mainly emergencies and abnormalities, because we do not face that every day. So that's how we make sure that we are on standard and recurrent our license. Yeah.
1 year into the job, like I'm sure there are things that we learn when we were in school. There are things we learn when we are on the job. So what are the things that probably you only found out after you started working as a pilot? I mean, compare that to your time back when you were in the flying school.
Yeah, learning is a different thing, but it still needs the experience. For me, 1 year of flying, I still have so much to learn, and I've never encountered so many things in my career yet. But based on my experience, for me, deviating weather is it's not something that we could learn from the book. It's what we learn
Experience.
by experience. From what I do, I usually see on how captain encounter it, and I learn from it. Yeah.
Funny that you should mention weather, because for me, when every time I've flown and the weather was bad and then the aircraft was shaking, I got
Turbulence.
scared. Yeah, turbulence. So maybe as a pilot, you can tell me, people like me, our listeners who are like me, who are scared of flying, what's really going on when that happens, when it's shaking?
Of course, we try our best to minimize the turbulence, but sometimes we can avoid it. But for us, we try our best to avoid all clouds, and
So it's because of the clouds.
It's the air pockets, isn't it?
I would say it's because of the clouds, mainly the turbulence. But if we have no choice and have to go through it, there will be some procedures for us. It's like turn on the seatbelt sign on, and we will adjust the speed just to minimize the turbulence. And we'll do our best because we know there might be some passengers who are scared, and we'll try our best. Yeah.
And I can still enjoy my nasi lemak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that the aviation industry has become more inclusive for women?
It is. When we look back 10 or 20 years before, like I said before, it was very rare for us to see female pilots. But now we can see a few, but we are still the minority. And I think it's because of the lack of the representations. There are still some girls who doesn't know that we are girls, that we can still be a pilot. There are still a lot of people who doesn't know. So when people sees me at the airport, most of them will be amazed, and they will ask, "Oh, I never know that a female could be a pilot." So that is why I appreciate being in the podcast like this, so that there will be some young girls
Of
who will
course,
feel
yeah.
inspired when they see. Hopefully, when they see me, they'll feel inspired and influenced to join the flying school. Yeah.
What advice would you give young girls and young adult women who dream of becoming pilots but feel rather intimidated?
I would say I am a small girl from a small island. I've been denied by so many people. There are so many people told me that I will fail, that I can't do it. But one thing about me is I never like to listen to people. I take every bad words people say to me and turn it into a fire to push myself even more. And to the young girls, I would say, dream big, chase your goals, never listen to people, and work hard for your dreams, because dreams really comes true if you work for it.
That's right. And that is your message for World Pilot Day
Yes.
to our listeners.
To our listeners, yes.
Great. Any parting words for it?
Can I get a discount? No, just kidding.
Do you get that a lot from friends and family members? But wait, family members do get a discount, right?
They do.
Yeah.
So my parents are actually abusing the discounted tickets. They really use it.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you, Farah, for being on our podcast. This was a fun and interesting
Thank you for
episode.
having me also.
Yes.
You're welcome for World Pilots Day. Be sure to check out our previous episodes on Life in the City on YouTube. And our podcast can be viewed on The Star Online and www.thestar.com.my/metro. Thank you, Farah.